table with her legs like Betty Grable. She's the turkey of 29 pounds. Oh, gobble, gobble, the turkey of 29 pounds.
Hey everybody, I'm Jesus with Guys Night Lab, and welcome to another edition of Thankful for Thanksgiving. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite TV shows, and I actually did a review for it last year for Thankful for Thanksgiving and their Thanksgiving episode. And today we're going to do another Thanksgiving episode that they had, and that show is Roseanne. Last year's episode was We Gather Together, and that episode was great because it showed like just the family gathering for Thanksgiving, the early morning rises, all these things that happen, the family's getting together, some drama, things like that, the kids table, and it's Thanksgiving. Well, this one's called Thanksgiving 1991. What makes this episode different than the We Gather Together is that it doesn't center mainly, not to say around family, it does center around family, but it's different because in this one, it's different because it's not a big family gathering. And the other one, they had like Dan's mom was there with her boyfriend and his dad. Crystal was there. Jackie and Roseanne's mom and dad were there. Friends and other people, kids tables. So it was like a DJ, Darlene, Becky, they're all there. And this one, it's a little less, not to say eventful, but there's not. Crystal's there, Nana Harris is there, Beverly's there, but Jackie and Roseanne's dad is not there anymore. Dan Connors, John Goodman's character, Dan's dad is not there, or his mom, and then Darlene is kind of going through like a gothic, drama, kind of recluse, questioning everything phase. So she doesn't want any part of Thanksgiving. And so Becky's there, but her boyfriend's not, Mark's not there. So she's like kind of complaining the whole time. So it's just, it's a different feel of Thanksgiving. It's not really like a big, eventful, like all the families got together and we're having fun and we're thankful for family, food, friends, and football and all that stuff. This one is just, they're kind of there and they're just celebrating Thanksgiving because they have to. There's a couple plot A's, plot B's. The plot A, or the plot B, I'll start with that one, is Darlene is kind of like a recluse. She doesn't want to celebrate Thanksgiving. She seems it's phony and not fake, but just kind of like she kind of questioning the protest at Thanksgiving. Like you go to college campus and people are like, oh, Thanks-taking. And yeah, you could start a whole political war on Thanksgiving, but I love Thanksgiving. It's something to just be thankful for. But some people could really get really political about it. But that's where Darlene is in this episode, and it's relatable. So she's just locked up in a room reading a book, doesn't want anything to do about it. That's the B story. The A story is that Jackie and Roseanne are at the dinner table with Dan and Nana Harris and her Crystal and Beverly. Beverly's Jackie and Roseanne's mom, and they're like, "Where's Dad?" And she's like, "Oh, Dad's sick." Jackie and Roseanne's dad. And Beverly's like, Dad's sick. He couldn't make it. And they're kind of questioning and kind of pressing, like, how is he sick? Why would he not come to Thanksgiving? Blah, blah, blah. And so then finally Beverly, reveals that he's, that their dad is spending Thanksgiving with his girlfriend. And I guess like his dad was having an affair, Jackie and Roseanne's dad was having an affair. So that's kind of like the main story. And that's what's, pretty much being discussed at the dinner table. All these things are going on. Nana Harris is there. She's kind of like the comic relief because Roseanne's mom, Beverly, kind of presents very like polished and old school homemaker mom from like the 50s, and Nana Harris is a total like blue collar. She almost looks like if if you didn't know the show or know who was who, you would think that she was like Dan's mom because she kind of looks more like him. But anyway, she's kind of there and kind of like a comic relief. And then Crystal is there. Now Crystal, like this is 2 seasons after the We Gather Together Thanksgiving episode. And in that episode, it was kind of weird because I was reviewing it and it's like, yeah, there's a kind of creepy, weird thing that like Dan's dad is kind of hitting on Crystal, which is weird because he's a lot older than her. Well, I mean, Crystal is Dan's age. And Dan's dad he's older. He's Dan's dad. And so you just you feel a little weird because you're like, oh, is he hitting on her? Like, what is going on here? But you just kind of like go with it, and it's kind of implied later on that they were having. She and Dan's father got married and are having a kid, but Dan's father's not at the Thanksgiving thing, as well. So there's that to update you if you didn't know. But anyways, that's pretty much the whole episode. People leave early. No one really stays. It's just kind of like Thanksgiving's over. And that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes Thanksgiving is, it's very eventful. There's family, there's friends, there's kids, there's food, there's football, there's whatever. And it's a great, fun time to be with a community of people you love. And then sometimes it's really small. It's like just a few of you and you're kind of there and it's over and that's it. And I've experienced both Thanksgivings. And yeah, obviously I love the more family connected Thanksgiving, but I've definitely had those. I have family that's all across the United States now: Wyoming, Texas, North Carolina, Hawaii, and so sometimes it's hard for everyone to get together for Thanksgiving. And this year's going to be a quieter, smaller Thanksgiving. But yeah, so both these episodes are really great. But this one is definitely relatable. It seems it's almost got a little more, not to say depressing, but just not to say uneventful, but just more ethereal kind of. It just kind of, it makes you feel like, it's not as eventful. And sometimes Thanksgivings are like that. But anyways, definitely check out Roseanne's Thanksgiving 1991 episode. It's on Peacock. It's streaming on Peacock. It's season 4, episode 10. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Now I think I got it. You married Dan's father. And Dan is married to my granddaughter. So that makes your baby nothing to me.